Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Fate's Stay Night Remastered. Ja, wir sind am Ende, beziehungsweise nachdem wir uns mit Saber gestritten hatten, waren wir sie gerade abholen und ja, dabei ist uns leider jetzt ein nicht so prickelnder Bekannter von Saber über den Weg gelaufen. The elation I had felt vanishes and my mind goes blank. Goosebumps cover my body and I realize I've forgotten how to breathe. Saber standing behind me probably feels the same. She grips my hand tightly in her own. The same way I feel a sense of impending death. Saber feels the inevitable despair.
待たせたな、セイバー。約束通り、こうして迎えに来てやったぞ。
The man in gold. The unidentified heroic spirit who annihilated Caster's bone soldiers and even took out Caster with barely any effort. Now that monster stands in front of us. He is so close. We are at exactly the right distance to begin slashing at each other at any moment. Death looms right in front of us, even more than when we faced Berserker.
どうした、セイバー。俺がわざわざ出向いてやったのだ。いつまでも黙っているのは無礼であろう。それとも、俺のものになる前に少しばかり遊ぶつもりか？騎士王よ。
Archer stifles a laugh. He is not even looking at me. Saber is his only focus. He admires her like she is a piece of art. Saber's demeanor changes. She must have made up her mind. She has already determined the man in front of us is an enemy, while I've hardly moved a muscle.
シロ、何としても衝撃だけは防ぎます。その隙にあなただけは離脱してください。それがどれほど困難かは分かっていますが、あのサーバント相手ではそれが精一杯なのです。
I can hear the apology in her voice for not being able to do more. Even some as powerful as Saber can only block his first attack. Even someone, okay. My chances of getting away from this guy are slim at best. Saber is asking me to forgive her for what is about to happen. She probably knows there's no way for her to defeat the man in gold. I can't let her do that. This is different than when we fought Berserker. I know, though I don't have proof, that making Saber fight the Seven can only end badly. Actually, I do have proof. I know from seeing his no phantasm last night. Saber can't beat him right now. This is not a matter of her skills as a knight. That's not even the right way to look at this. No heroic spirit, so long as they remain a heroic spirit, can beat the man in gold. No, you are the one who is going to run, Saber.
シロ。
I cover Saber and face Archer.
ほう、そうか。マスターがいたのだったな。あまりのみすぼらしさゆえ、犬か何かだと思ったぞ。
He smiles cheerfully. He raises an arm and lazily snaps his finger. I feel sick. I need to leave right now, or I'm dead. There's no rhyme or reason. I just know instinctively that this guy will kill me for standing in front of him like this. Go, Saber. We are near the church. The priest there should be able to shelter you, even from him. I push Saber away and start running, trying to escape the death I can only hope isn't inevitable. There's no plan here. I'm just going to risk it all and run straight at this guy. Then I'm going to project Saber's sword again, just like when we fought Berserker. I'm blown back. What just happened? The moment he snapped his fingers, something appeared right beside me. Ow. It's a giant hammer. It knocks me aside like a piece of trash and I slam hard into the ground. I can't move. My body is completely useless. Like all my bones have turned to jelly. I've lost all sensations in my limbs. The pain is so dull I can't even tell if I am still alive.
殺しはせん。今ここで貴様を潰せば、セイバーも消えてしまうからな。不本意ではあるが、聖杯を呼ぶまでは生かしておいてやろう。
The man laughs. I tried to push myself up, but my body won't listen.
だが思い上がるなよ雑種。貴様なぞいなくともサーバントを存命させる方法はある。単に今の状態が最も手がかからぬだけだ。それ以上さえずるのなら殺すぞ。
And then my mind goes blank. He will kill me. If I make even a single move, he will do just what he had said he would. I can't possibly move after that kind of warning.
シロ
Saber tries to run toward me.
どこに行く？邪魔者はいなくなったのだ。お前が向かうべきはそのようなクズではなかろう。
The man in gold won't allow it. He stands in front of me and waits for Saber to reach me. Saber stops and glares at him. The two stand about 10 meters apart. I don't know about Archer, but Saber can close the distance in a heartbeat.
その様子ではまだ俺に下る気はないようだな。理解に苦しむ。お前ほどの英霊ならば俺に選ばれることがどれほどの価値か分かろうに。
よまいごと英霊になろうと私は王だ。貴様の軍門になどくだらぬ。
Ja, das Problem ist, er ist der König der Könige.
そうか？いかに王であろうとお前は女だ。
Okay, das ist sexistisch.
主の前に頭を垂れ仕え尽くすが女の幸せであろう。だというのに何を拒む？まさか物もわからぬ小娘でもあるまいし、俺の女になるのは恐ろしいか？
貴様、
そう憤るな。俺は奪うだけではない。等しく喜びも与えよう。俺のものになるというのならば、文字通りこの世の全てを与えてやる。誇るがいい。お前にはそれだけの価値があると認めたのだ。
The man moves. He extends both arms and approaches Saber as if in a welcoming embrace.
そう。守護者になどなることもなく、死にゆく運命に戻ることもない。もう一度だけ言うぞ、セイバー。このまま俺のものになれ。この世界で共に二度目の生を謳歌しようではないか。
断る。そのようなことに興味はないし、何より貴様と共に生きるなどまかり間違ってもありえません。
Saber looks straight at Archer as she speaks. She stands firm, not taking so much as a step back. His laughter suddenly stops. I'm not sure what he found so funny in the first place.
いいぞ。それでこそ俺の見込んだ女よ。はあ、この世に一つ程度は俺に従わぬ者がいなければな。よーし。では力ずくだ。聖杯を手に入れた後、その身に中身をぶちまけてやろう。喜べよ、セイバー。そうなればマスターなど不要となる。万能の器である聖杯。その力すべてを飲み干すのだからな。サーバントなどと人間の使い魔に甘んじることもなくなるだろう。
He is so damn smug. To that.
アーチャー、貴様の目的は何だ？
She must have realized that the only option is to fight him. And before she engages with the enemy, she wants to know why he does what he does.
目的か？さあ、何だったか。あいにくこの世の財は全て手に入れた身でな。望むものなどとうにない。
聖杯を求めてはいないというのか？
聖杯？ああ、不老不死か。そんなものは蛇にくれてやった。
不老不死を蛇に譲った？
Yep, Saber freezes. What just happened? Saber subtly shakes her head to refute those words.
だがこの世界は面白いぞ。根本は変わらぬが、装飾もここまで来れば別物だ。 これならば再びこの世で君臨するのも悪くない。そうだな。俺の目的といえばそんなところか。それを効率よく進めるというのであらば、聖杯の力も悪くはないな。
支配欲か。見下げ果てたな、アーチャー。そんなことのために聖杯を欲するとは。
欲するのではない。世の財は全て我のもの。自分のものを他人に使われるのが我慢ならんだけよ。お前とてその政権を人に使われては腹立たしいだろう。騎士王よ。
Pale mist short saber. Then in a flash she is wearing her brilliant silver armor.
ほう
He doesn't move a muscle. In the next instant, Saber dashes forward. In the space of a single breath, she rushes straight at the man and swings her invisible sword at him with deadly speed. Saber goes flying backwards. If Saber's armor materialized by magic energy, Archer's must be the same. In the brief space of the rapid exchange, the man in gold arms himself. Saber looks calmly at Archer as she raises her sword. Even as his eyes met hers, his sneer remains.
よいぞ。歯向かうことを許す、セイバ
The enemy happily announces the beginning of battle. A white light bursts in the air between them. Saber's sword shrouded in a bolt of lightning cleaves directly towards the golden knight. 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes. Each time Saber's sword strikes, blinding light flashes from the contact. Watching her repeated attacks is like staring at a strobe light. Just like when I first saw Saber, that night when she fought Lancer. Saber channels her excess magical energy into her sword and strikes with such speed and precision that she all but becomes a lightning bolt. The clang of sword against armor echoes through the air. Archer hasn't even drawn his weapon yet. As Saber's sword strikes at him, he barely managed to defend his head with both hands. He simply doesn't have the skill to block Saber's attack. Saber's skill with his sword is vastly superior to his. On top of that, her sword is invisible. Even if Archer draws his weapon, he won't be able to defend against that invisible blade. It strikes his armor relentlessly. The sword hits the armor, chipping away at it, sending sparks showering in all directions. The only thing the man can do is ward Saber's blows from his face with his head. This isn't a fight, it's a massacre. But, in spite of the fury of Saber's attacks, Archer's armor remains intact. If he is still unscathed even after such a savage assault, the golden armor must be his noble phantasm. Nope! Leider nicht.
さすがにこれ以上はまずいか。相変わらず底なしの魔力よな。俺の鎧がきしみを上げるんだろう。そうあり得ることではないのだが。
Archer raises his arm, but not towards Saber. I have no idea what he is trying to do, but Archer just stretches his arm up into the empty night sky.
戯れは終わりだ。その身、ここで俺に捧げるがいい。
Am I hallucinating? Is this an illusion? He has something in his hand. It's a sword. It's a short sword, shaped like a key. Saber plants both feet, unleashing a much more powerful attack against Archer, but Archer baits it aside with his dark red sword.
今のは復讐の術を含んだ宝具か。
Saber puts some distance between herself and Archer, glaring at his sword. Genuinely wielding such a weapon is a threat, no question. But it also means he's showing his hand. Whether his noble phantasm is armor or sword, we will be able to figure out how to deal with it as long as we can see it. Saber readjusts her stance. Archer has already said his armor is at its limit. A Saber can go back on the offensive with the same fury as before. she should be able to cut through his armor. Even if he pulls out his noble phantasm now, the next blow will decide the match.
最後だ。前回つけられなかった決着をつけよう、アーチャー。
The sword in her hand is still invisible. She readies her sacred sword, still bound up in swirling wind, and faces her enemy. Saber seems to know what that noble phantasm is. She puts the distance between them because she knows how to deal with it. She's readying herself to face Archer directly. Each of them wields a sword, and if their powers are equal, then it is a matter of the wielder's skill. And that should mean Saber will win.
よかろう。では来るがいい、セイバー。その剣に免じ、俺のすべてを見せてやる。
The man laughs. Saber charges without hesitation. Her sword will cleave through his armor. The very instant I think that...
Gate of Babylon.
Gate of Babylon. An invisible door opens behind the man. Saber jerks to one side. Archer holds something else in his hands now. Not the black and red sword. It's an invisible sword, like Saber's. By the time Saber deflects it, Archer already has a different sword. His sword strikes at her in a merciless rain of ice shards. Saber twists away to dodge, but the air around her becomes almost solid with flying blades. She is driven back as the blades close in on her from all sides. As the shards clinging to Saber vanish, her enemy holds a deadly-looking weapon that resembles the Grim Reaper's scythe. Saber blocks the weapon's arching for her neck with a gauntlet, but it's useless. The scythe shears through the gauntlet like it's made of tissue paper and begins to drain her magical energy. It's as if it's trying to pull out her bones, rather than her blood or flesh. Saber stumbles, but she manages to keep it together. But her retreat takes on a different note. She is not distancing herself to prepare for her next attack. She is desperately fleeing the enemy. Saber glares at Archer as she passes magical energy through her numbed arm. A halo of hills floats around Archer. Those are the swords that slaughtered Caster. His noble phantasm, now it's backing Saber into a corner. Even I, looking on from a distance, can't believe what I'm seeing. All those hills floating behind him are definitely his noble phantasm. Not 10, not 20. I can't see them all, but I can tell there's no end to them. They're all from different times and places. That servant has all the driven mysteries that have ever been mentioned in various legends and lore. Saber's voice trembles. No servant would ever reveal their true name, just because someone asks. But Archer's noble phantasm is so bizarre, Saber couldn't help but ask.
答えなさい、アーチャー。英霊が持つ宝具は一つだけのはず。いえ、中には複数の宝具を持っている者もいますが、だとしても2つが限度だ。そのように際限なく宝具を持つ英霊など存在するはずがない。
Ich bin gerade überlegen, war da eben... Nee, ich war mir gerade nicht sicher. Da auch.
存在するはずがない。それは早計だな、セイバー。英霊は生前持ち得た武器を宝具とする。ならば単純な話ではないか。この宝具はすべて俺が生前に集めたものということではないか。
私を侮っているのか、アーチャー。それこそ絶対にありえない。あなたが何者であろうと、他の英霊たちのシンボルたる宝具を揃えられるはずがない。そのような英霊はこの世界に存在しない。
Man muss es mal anders sehen. Was ist, wenn er diese Waffen vorher besessen hat und die Heroic Spirits die Waffen erst danach hatten? Saber is right. All the noble phantasms he has are real. They are demonic swords from Northern Europe and even from South America. No hero ever made a name for themselves in so many regions. Besides, Lancer should be the only one with gay Borg. Heroic spirits have their favorite weapon, they use during their life as a noble phantasm. Based on that rule, the only one who could have gay Borg is Kuchulain. But Archer isn't Kuchulain, and that means his spear can't be gay Borg. But the thing is, it definitely is the real gay Borg. If those noble phantasms were all fake, that would explain it. But they're real, so that's just no wait. Could they all be originals, the weapons prototypes? Yeah, that seems impossible, but then again, it might be possible. Legend and myth don't spring up from nothing. Plenty of myths share commonalities because someone or something serves as a model for them. Legends, which get to the point of becoming the basis of worship, usually only take root in the lands where they are said to take place. That's one of the reasons demonic swords and sacred swords reveal their true abilities in the lands they come from. So let's say there's something from before even that. What if various noble phantasms in mythology existed before they were known and named? Yup.
おお、お前のマスターも捨てたものではないな。どうやら俺の正体。
Saber turns to face me. She's so far away. I can't help her from so far away. I've finally gotten to the point where I can move, even if it's still difficult. Run, Saber. His noble phantasms are...
本物だというのだろう。そう、単純な話だセイ。最も古い時代、まだ世界が一つだった頃の話をしよう。その国は栄え、王はあらゆる財宝を収集した。
Bevor die Welt geteilt wurde, beziehungsweise als alle noch dieselbe Sprache gesprochen haben, gab es einen König.
集められぬものなどなく、足りぬものなどなかった。王は完璧な宝物庫を持ち、その中にある有象無象の武器は使われることなく王と共に眠りについた。要はそれだけの話だ。王の死後、宝物庫の中身は世界に散らばり、名剣であるがゆえに重宝され活躍し、いずれ宝具として扱われた。わかるか騎士王よ。お前たちの扱う宝具とやらは、もともとはその王の持ち物に過ぎないのだと。
It's like an inheritance. As long as you trace an object's history, a base or prototype will always exist. It only makes sense that every legend, myth or noble phantasm passed down in each country has an original. Far enough back in the past, if one person collected all those prototypes, they could possess every noble phantasm. And that could only be one hero. A hero from the oldest of legends, far older than the legend of King Arthur or Heracles. Yup, the tyrant who ruled in ancient Mesopotamia. A king who was half god, half human, who collected all the world's treasures and who eventually sought eternal youth. Dafür ist er auch in die Unterwelt gegangen und hat da ganz schön viel Schaden angerichtet, muss man sagen.
Gilgamesh.
Ja. Ja. Gilgamesh, der König der Könige. König von Babylon. Deshalb auch Babylons Gate. Und sein Noble Phantasm ist halt Babylons Gate, seine Schatzkammer, wo alles war, was die Welt je hatte. Saber sounds like she is trying to keep the fear from her voice. Gilgamesh relishes her reaction.
いかにも。この身は貴様らでは叶うべくもない最強の英霊だ。
There's nothing else to discuss. All that left now is for him to use this endless noble phantasm to annihilate his enemy.
ほう。我の名を知った上でまだ抗うか。今度こそ勝ち目がないと悟ったはずだが。
Fun Fact nebenbei, Gilgamesh hätte eigentlich in jede Klasse gerufen werden können. Obwohl, bei Assassin weiß ich nicht. Caster würde ich mir gerade... Doch, Caster könnte wahrscheinlich auch gehen. Aber auf jeden Fall hätte er als Rider gerufen werden können, als Saber und auch als Lancer. Aber er ist als Archer gerufen worden.
やってみなければわかりません。いかに英雄王といえど超えられぬものがあるはずだ。
Der Heldenkönig, ja. The air around Saber wavers. Hello Excalibur. The wind envelops her as it picks up, becoming a whirlwind to protect her. As it does, the golden sword is revealed. No, Saber. I don't believe this. Does Saber intend to use Excalibur? Gilgamesh stops. He must know how powerful Saber's sacred sword is, because the Selfian assert as composer falters. Saber glances toward me briefly, but her focus is on Gilgamesh now. Is she telling me to run away while I have the opportunity? Gilgamesh's back is to the river, while Saber's over here and with me. This position must be the result of our shuffling around earlier. Before I realize what is happening, Saber's facing Gilgamesh, protecting me. No, you can't. Not here. I try to force myself to move, and with all the strength I can muster in my numbed body, all I can manage is lifting a single arm. I use every bit of magical energy in my body to use that arm to push myself up. Come on. I've lost all sensation, but every bone in my body creaks as I begin moving. The pain is a warning. My body is coming apart at the seams, and if I move, that will be it. I push myself to my feet, ignoring the warning. I try to endure the pain. I don't have time for it. What I need to do is get to my feet and as fast as I can and protect Saber. I have a really bad feeling about this. It's the same premonition I felt when I faced Gilgamesh myself. We can't beat him no matter what. My instincts keep telling me that I just can't let Saber fight him.
音に聞こえし聖剣か。いいだろう。
The swirling wind has become a raging vortex. Even in the face of that dazzling sword, Gilgamesh is unintimidated. On top of that,
では、こちらもふさわしいものを出さなければな。
he draws a strange sword from the gate behind him. Oh yeah. That's where my premonition came from. The sword he has now doesn't exist in any legend. I can identify every one of the noble phantasms floating behind him, but I have no idea about that sword.
俺は全ての宝具の原型を持つ。だがそれらは全て無名であり、俺しか持ち得ぬ武具というわけではない。
The sword itself is cylindrical. It consists of 3 segments, each rotating in different direction. It looks like a drill, capable of piercing solid bedrock.
だがこれは違う。正真正銘、この英雄王しか持ち得ぬ剣だ。名などないのでな。俺はエアとだけ呼んでいるが。
純粋に宝具の力比べをすると。
Light flashes off the weapons. The two of them are still about 10 meters apart. Gilgamesh can't possibly avoid her attacks from this distance.
そうだ。なに、遠慮することはないぞ。最強と呼ばれるその剣。一度味わってみたくもあったからな。
His laughter echoes in the space between them. Saber must have taken that as a provocation.
いいだろう。ならば我が剣、見事受け切ってみるがいい。
Saber moves. Her lips from the sword. Her lips form the sword's true name. There's nowhere to run now. The noble phantasm is released when its reader speaks its name. Strikes merciless at Gilgamesh.
出番だ。起きるがいい。エア。
The cylindrical sword roars. In response to Jeremy's words, the three segments whirl faster. The Saber's Excalibur summons a whirlwind by driving wind away. Gilgamesh air creates a gale by drawing in wind. But Saber's more experience was sending her anti-fortress noble phantasm. It's faster than air. Saber pours as much energy as he possibly can into a weapon, in seconds igniting its massive power. Und ich würde dann sagen, an dem Punkt beende ich dann mal diese Folge. Ich bin mal so arschig. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao!